talking and it's ticking fast. We've had enough, this greed can't last. So count your days. You raise the price, but the vibe ain't right. Monthly subscription bills on repeat. Prices rise, but the pay don't change. We're stuck in the middle of a losing game. Count your days. Your game's exposed, the whole world knows your time is up, no more to say. Claiming inflation, but we see the play. How much more do we have to pay? Count your days.
Tea sippers, I hope everybody had a happy Valentine's Day and a great weekend. So I had to take a quick break. As you guys know, I just dropped my latest deep dive. So if you've not checked it out, it is available on all of the platforms that I post my deep dives on. So make sure you check it out when you get a chance. So with that being said, I am here to talk about the Beyonce Beyhive drama that has erupted on TikTok, okay? So if you guys do not know, currently, Miss Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter, okay, and Ticketmaster, they better what?
Count your fucking days, bitch.
They better count their days, okay? Okay, because right now the Beyhive is not here for it, and a lot of Beyonce fans who've been trying to get tickets for the Cowboy Carter show are not here for the drama as well. These prices are outrageous. She took advantage of her biggest fan base, and people are actually feeling away, and it's now hit the mainstream media. So we're gonna go ahead and watch this news clip before we get into the TikTok reactions right here.
Beyonce coming back to New Jersey. Ticketmaster sales practices, though, could have you shelling out some major money. News 12 New Jersey's Naomi Yane has more.
Two hands to heaven, here we go again. If you missed Queen Bee at MetLife Stadium Summer 2023, another opportunity is upon us, but hopefully Ticketmaster won't have fans crying alligator tears.
I was already on the phone with my best friend, and Cowboy Carter, Beyonce has a song, Sweet Honey Buckin', and I told my best friend, I said, we bucking, we in here, we are going.
That was Taylor Walker's reaction once she finally scored the most wanted Beyonce Cowboy Carter tickets. Walker spent Tuesday morning scrambling for tickets.
There was a queue on Ticketmaster. I was about 500 in line, so once I got in, there was absolutely nothing.
On day 2 of pre-sales, Walker managed to snag several seats for her and her friends. Like in previous concerts, Ticketmaster offered pre-sales, which gives fans access before general sales begin. What concert goers like Walker are experiencing is a surge in resale tickets and Ticketmaster fees, causing the ticket prices to be in the hundreds and sometimes even in the thousands.
You couldn't purchase the tickets directly from Beyonce's site or anywhere else. It was from these ticket providers. If Ticketmaster is allowing that for pre-sale timeframes, that's not very fair to fans.
Last year, Attorney General Matthew Platkin joined the Justice Department and a bipartisan coalition of 28 states and sued Live Nation Entertainment Incorporated, which owns Ticketmaster. The lawsuit alleges that the company has illegally monopolized the live entertainment industry, and it asks the courts to prohibit Live Nation from engaging in its anti-competitive practices. In the meantime, fans are the ones left feeling the squeeze, which might deter some from going to future shows.
I feel like I personally have seen her, I wouldn't say enough, but if I have to go through all of this, you know, maybe it's just not meant for me to go. But I don't think it's fair. I think it's a bit too much. It kind of takes away from the fun.
Now, we did reach out to the Attorney General's office for...
All right, so you guys just saw what that lady had to say. Now, what a lot of people are saying is that the issue is dynamic pricing. And dynamic pricing is when a celebrity can hook up with Ticketmaster and basically said if there's a rush for the tickets, if there's a lot of people wanting tickets, we can raise the prices accordingly. And because it was so many people, particularly the Beyhive members who wanted tickets, it caused some of these tickets to go upwards of $1,000, $2,000, which to me is ridiculous for one set of tickets. Not even a pair, but one set. You know, what I also find very interesting is like, well, I thought we was in a recession. I thought everybody was crying about eggs last week and we're fighting at Costco. Now everybody just got all this extra money to spend on Beyonce tickets. What's the tea? So anyways, y'all, we're going to go ahead and watch some of these TikTokers and what they had to say about the situation. It got very real this weekend.
Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter the first, you beautiful Creole cowgirl, you. Now, I'm not sure what country cahoots you and Ticketmaster got going on, but baby, after taking a quick 10-second scan of those ticket prices for your pre-sale for Cowboy Carter, baby, all I could do was just log off and go back to sleep because, girl, Baby, for those ticket prices, when you start singing Two Most Wanted, Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana better come out. And it better be two separate individuals. I don't know how y'all gonna get it done, but y'all better get her done. Baby, I want all the blackbirds on stage, plus some seagulls, some ravens, some eagles, some crows. Every bird that has ever flown better be on that stage for these ticket prices, baby girl. When you start rapping spaghetti, you better talk about top ramen. You better talk about oodles or noodles. You better talk about every pasta known to man for these ticket prices, babe. And don't even get me started on singing Two Hands to Heaven. Girl, you better raise two hands, a church finger, something. Because at this point, and go ahead and add on 4 more carriages when you sing 16 carriages. Make it an even 20. Make it an even 20 carriages. Because, baby girl. And it's not entirely your fault, because Ticketmaster is known to be a thief. Okay? They just known to be some scammers out here. But, girl, at some point you gotta do a Fantasia say and free yourself from Ticketmaster. Because, girl, they got us looking at you like, girl, who you think we is? But you know what? It's alright. It's alright. I still love you. Beyhive.
Okay, Beyonce, did you forget that, like, we are working class people? Like, I just got access into the pre-sales. $500 $479 being the cheapest one in Chicago. And that's considered a nosebleed seat. Like, it's up.
Nosebleed starting at $479 is insane. That is insane.
There. What? I seen a ticket on there for $9,000.
Lord, not $9,000. What the hell? I thought $1,000 to $2,000 was bad. $9,000? Seriously?
Who? Okay, I mean, I'm waiting for those general admission tickets to come up, because I seen something online that said $76 for a ticket, but like, where? $76 for like a fourth of the ticket, maybe? Girl, I want to see you before you stop performing. And at this rate, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, because I'm going to have to sell some organs on the black market or something. Fuck.
And I really thought I was about to get some last minute tickets to her show on Monday in Atlanta. Look at these goddamn prices.
Ticketmaster, count your days. Because what is this? What was the reason? What was the reason? So I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the show floor, and there's nothing. So I know that there are people, I went live earlier and there are people who got tickets, so I'm incredibly excited. I'm hyped for them, but I'm like, how did y'all do it? Like, I sat in the queue, I waited, I saw things popped up, I clicked, and it was gone. Like, I would click and it's gone. So I'm not understanding, like, was I doing something wrong? And do I need to go to a different show? This was for the Houston show. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is for the Houston show, night 1. I don't know. But anyway, it's stressful. I'm going to try again tomorrow. We have a City card. We have Verizon, all the things. So stay tuned, friends.
I've been radicalized to never go to a big artist show ever the fuck again. I am never going to deal with this shit ever the fuck again. There are 2 shows. New Jersey, Los Angeles. Why in the fuck is there 20,000 people ahead of me for this show in Los Angeles? I live here. Where the fuck are 20,000 of y'all for this one show that have codes? This is... Beyonce, I'll never be at another one of your shows. I don't even know if I'm gonna be at Cowboy Carter. I don't even want to go no more. This has been the most irritating experience I've ever experienced in my life, and it really makes me not want to go to shows. Like, you really showed your ass, and you really showed the system's ass. Like, god damn, you are so fucking greedy. Like, so fucking greedy, girl. After learning about all this shit about Ticketmaster and how the artists can make decisions on shit, girl, you're fucking greedy. And I am upset. I'm mad because I love Cowboy Carter, but like, girl, I'm so tired of this. You had Verizon codes only for 200s and 300s for a decent price. City cards could get any fucking where. Beyhive gets the worst options for your tickets, your biggest fans. Why do we all have codes? Why does everyone and their mother have a...
And that's what I didn't understand, is why there were so many different codes, and why people who had the Verizon codes or the city codes, they got better deals than the Beyhive. The Beyhives are her biggest, fan base. Those are her diehards. They should have been given more.
Have a fucking code. My God. It's gonna take everything in me to get to Cowboy Carter, because I've had it. I'm tapped out this week. I barely even want to try tomorrow, but I have buyer's remorse from buying those fucking tickets at the price I bought them at. I'm not even gonna lie. I am definitely feeling buyer's remorse today. And I'm trying to fix it by getting some regular price tickets, at least something comparable to what I had for Renaissance. But my God, you really have taken the magic out of your shows with this shit. Because it was already pissing me off at Renaissance where you were only performing to one side, since your capitalist ass was making a movie instead of performing to the fucking crowd. Let's talk about that. That was irritating. I've been radicalized to never go to...
So it looks like it's getting real. And what people are also complaining about, they're saying that even the seats where you can't view anything were selling for high prices. So it looks like people are really upset about this situation. What's even more crazy is that at every venue, there's always bad seats that they try not to even put up for sale, because it might be blocked by the television or the jumbo screen or something like that. They said that even those seats were being sold for several $100s. Why would you guys be selling tickets that people can't even view the artist? They can't even see what's going on. So people are paying hundreds of dollars just to listen? This is just getting ridiculous. People need to really wake up. And it's not just Beyonce. This is happening with a lot of big artists. This is Ticketmaster, StubHub. None of them should be off the hook for the foolishness that's going on with these ticket sales.
I'm so over these tickets. I have tried 3-4 days in a row to get these tickets. I got Beyonce pre-sale code. Don't need the code. What was the point of giving me a code if I don't need the code? Couldn't even get in there. Waited 20,000 people in front of me. Waited 40 minutes. Kicked me out. Boom. All right. I'm going to try the next day. So then I tried the next day. Use my code again. Can't get in. Verizon or Citibank. Don't got that. So I can't get in. So then I try again today. Then I try to log in early. Tell me I don't need to log in early, which I should have logged in early. Then they tell me it's 15,000 people for me. So I wait. I'm patiently is the key word. Patiently waiting. Still can't get in there. Beyonce, I will fight you and your kids. Ticketmaster, I will fight you, the CEO, and I don't care. I'll fight anybody. I don't care. Then the site crash or whatever, it kicks me out because I tried to adjust to get 3 tickets. It tells me, no, I can't. Nothing's available. So it kicks me out. Lets me log back in. 100,000 people. The NRG don't even sit 100,000 people. Don't piss me off, bitch. Fuck you.
So she's clearly not here for it. It's a lot of games being played. People are trying to buy tickets. They're getting kicked out. They're trying to get more than one ticket. They're being told they can't. It is a mess. The whole ticketing system is a mess.
This Beyonce pre-sale has been a fucking wreck. I have no idea why the Beyhive pre-sale, those tickets were 2 to 3 times more than the Verizon pre-sale. What? That is nothing but a massive scam. And what I'm low-key realizing is when you have, a credit card company, attached to Ticketmaster, they have the prices locked. But outside of that, Ticketmaster is going to do some dynamic pricing. So I'm still going to watch and see how much the tickets cost for, Ticketmaster pre-sale and, of course, the general sale. But now we all know stuff. We all see how you're rolling, Ticketmaster. We see how you scam people. And we ain't going to let y'all fool us again. Not again.
And I just came on here to say, y'all said that y'all didn't like that album. Y'all said y'all didn't get it. Y'all said y'all didn't know the words. Y'all said nobody knows his album. Y'all said it didn't deserve album of the year. Y'all said it was black nationalism. Y'all said it was propaganda. Y'all said everything. But why were you in the queue? Why were you in the queue?
Folks be talking so much shit on social media, but like I always tell y'all, social media is not quote unquote a real place. Folks be on here loud and proud and saying all types of shit to get attention, but low key, all them fools were in the queue, okay?
Why was there 86,000 of you in front of me?
That part.
Why am I in the Beyhive pre-sale and there's 86,000 of you girls in front of me at the same time in the same location as me? Oh! Ticketmaster, count your days. Beyonce, we will be talking. Oh! I'm coming out the other side victorious. And I won't stop.
Why are the DC dates not in the Verizon pre-sale? Why aren't the DC dates in the Verizon pre-sale?
So this message is for Ticketmaster. Whoever the admins are at Ticketmaster, come on in here. If you're not Ticketmaster, you can still stay. But I just want to know how. I bought tickets this morning to see Beyonce at one price. You release more tickets in the same section, same row that I was in is now double the price. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like, this is illegal. This should be illegal. This is a crime. Everybody deserves to be in jail. Go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Jail.
For all y'all hoes asking me, yes, I got my tickets, but Ticketmaster, count your motherfucking days, cause y'all, why the fuck did I have to get tickets way in Inglewood, California? Mind you, bitch, I stay in Mississippi, so I gotta catch a flight.
Ooh.
Baby, them Atlanta...
Not in Mississippi having to fly to Cali to go see Beyonce. What in the world is going on here? And Mississippi should be definitely part of the Chitlin circuit. I'm confused, Beyonce.
Shows, the Houston shows, it's like they wasn't even... Like, bitch, 10,000, bitch. You tell me my place in this is 10,000? Oh, fuck no. By the time I got to the motherfucking tickets, everything was gone. Everything was gone. So now I gotta go to California. Mind you, I really wanted to get a show that's seasoned in. You know, like the first few shows, like she's like, you know, still, you know, getting adjusted, like, but the last few shows, they're chef's kids. Mind you, I went to the New Orleans Renaissance and it was seasoned, like it was a few shows after, like, baby, I'm one of the first 3 shows.
Am I the only Hive member who feels like they just got whooped trying to get these Cowboy Carter tickets? Like, count your days resellers, count your days dynamic pricing. I'm wearing my Renaissance hat for good luck. I literally was trying to buy like the same ticket I bought for Renaissance, and I had it in my cart and it was like around the same price. In the process of trying to buy it, 1, the price for it doubled, and then 2, it disappeared out of my cart. And that was like, that probably happened like 3 or 4 times.
And this is my thing. Everybody's not lying. People are saying the same thing. People who live in different parts of the country, even different parts of the world. There's people in the UK who are saying the same thing. That when they went to go put the tickets in the cart at one price, it would either double or it would disappear. Then you'd have to go back and look for a ticket. But now guess what? That ticket is no longer for $250. So there's a lot of scheming and scamming going on here with StubHub, Ticketmaster, and I hate to say it, Miss Beyonce is well aware of what's going on as well. Okay, there are no ethical billionaires, but y'all keep on hoping, wishing, and praying that there will be.
I didn't know it was going to be this hard. I think the last time we got tickets, we got them with the city pre-sale anyway, so I'm probably just going to do that. But I'm buying less tickets. It should be easier. I'm just glad I have more pre-sale codes, but dang, like, I I'm like, why are people reselling them already? Like, this is supposed to be the high. Why are y'all already reselling the tickets? And they like, you know, but I'm just crossing my fingers that tomorrow's better.
So basically what I'm seeing online is that the Beyonce Beyhive fans got the most expensive tickets. How does that work? You mean to tell me the people that actually buy your merch, the people that actually support you on your website, Beyonce.com, we had the most expensive prices of all the people that are getting your tickets? There are people in my section on my tour day that spent $400-500 less than I did during this Verizon City presale. How does that make sense? How are you going to give an exclusive code to your Beyhive members, supposed to be your biggest fans, and we're paying more for our Cowboy Carter tickets than everybody else? I paid more for my Cowboy Carter high up ticket than I did for my VIP Taylor Swift Eras Tour ticket in Las Vegas. I paid less for VIP Eras Tour. How does this make sense? I don't know who I'm suing. I don't know who I'm cussing out. I don't know who I'm swinging on, but the fact that I paid so much money, probably 3 times what other people are paying, and I'm supposed to be Beyhive, the biggest supporter, the biggest fan, sat there on my computer during a meeting and bought those tickets, and I'm paying 3 times what other people are paying that aren't Beyhive members just because they got Verizon or Citibank. We need to have a class action lawsuit. We need to talk about this because I am very upset. People can't afford eggs. People can barely afford rent. People can barely go out here and do something in the world. And you got us squeezing our pennies together for some Beyonce Cowboy Carter tickets, and I'm being charged 3 times the price? Get Beyonce on the phone right now.
Now, I agree with everything he's saying. I feel like the reason why they took advantage of the Beyhive is because the way a lot of these fandoms act. You guys act like stans. Beyonce can do no wrong. So they basically played in y'all's faces. They felt like the Beyhive will be willing to play whatever, and we're going to put it out there for them. And guess what? You guys were willing to pay whatever. Whereas the regular fans, they knew that they had to be certain limits. Somebody in this man's comment section said the following. They said, yesterday was crazy. I got $1,800 tickets during the Hive sale. Then called and canceled immediately. Bought Verizon pre-sale today, and they were normal prices $261. That is insane. That is her, Ticketmaster, StubHub, taking complete advantage of the fans, knowing that these fans are such big fans, they're willing to pay anything, and then turn around and then lower the prices for the regular folks. So I see why the Beyhive is definitely upset, and I understand why they feel like Beyonce straight up played in their face.
Y'all, I don't think row section 100 for $850. This 2,000. 1,800. I can't do nothing but let me tell you, when I put my ass on the pre,
this is literally people's rent money and car notes combined. Y'all are only going to be there for maybe a maximum of 3 to 4 hours, if that. This is insane. UK prices. The same thing is going on globally with her tickets.
Unique. That's what you are.
If you bought a price gouge ticket for Cowboy Carter, you probably could resell your ticket once general admission goes on sale, but I don't think you should. I think you should call and get a refund. And they're going to tell you no. And they're going to say you can speak to a supervisor, and I think you should. And you know what I think you should do if the supervisor tells you no? I think you should call again and ask to speak to a supervisor again. Because look at how quickly they changed the policy once we all got together right here and told each other how you could request a refund. And once they started losing that extra money from price gouging us, they changed their fan guarantee policy overnight. The fans are not guaranteed anything. So I think we should overwhelm them. And I think that if they tell us no, we should keep calling and calling and calling and speak to every supervisor that they have. Because you know what I saw? I saw 70 to 80,000 people per line per tour date for the Cowboy Carter tour. And if even 1% of those people call to request a refund on price gouge tickets, who knows? But I'm getting my money, and I think you should too.
Now that is insane. Because initially you could request a refund, right? Now they've changed the policy in the middle of all this drama that's going on social media, because some people were requesting a refund. Because why should I pay $1,800 for a seat that is now $300? Like, how does that make sense? So now they've changed it, and people in her comment section are saying this. I tried calling and spoke to a supervisor twice. They still said, no, I'm gonna call tomorrow. Somebody else says, reselling my ticket, but if no one tries to buy it within a week, I'm just going to dispute it. The fact that people are having to now dispute it with their credit card companies, this is a mess. It just shows you the corporate greed. And this is why I made Count Your Days. This is corporate greed. And I don't care if it's coming from Beyonce, Ticketmaster, StubHub, or whoever. This is greediness at an all-time level, and this is really sad.
Ticketmaster has to get a lawsuit, y'all. They need their RICO charge. Look at this is for Saturday. Now these days are for Saturday. Look at these prices. I even went back and put one person, y'all. They were still steep. Look at this. Look at these sections. 138, 1750.
That is crazy.
I'm even going to click on some of them. Like, this is ridiculous. This is people mortgage, car notes, and car insurance. Like, what? 1,100? That's somebody car note. And I ain't even click the flow seats for real, because, baby, that's a mortgage.
These are not even floor seats. These are regular seats further up. That is insane. For $1,900, I better be able to go backstage, take a picture with Beyonce, shake Jay-Z's hand for winning, his lawsuit, kiss the babies on the cheek. Like, this is insane to me. This is crazy.
They need a lawsuit. Yes, they need that RICO charge. Look at this. People was talking about go back and, try later. I went back in at 8 o'clock.
Y'all, the tickets is done. I go to click. I go to click. It's nothing. Then there was 2 tickets left for $5,000, and those are gone.
She just said that there were 2 tickets left for $5,000, and now those are gone. Finito. Somebody dropped $5,000 on Beyonce tickets, and I bet you they're not even going to be able to go backstage and meet her. Y'all, we're not in a recession. Y'all are not serious. There's no way that we are in a recession, that people were crying about eggs not too long ago, people getting laid off left and right, but somehow somebody had $5,000 to spend on Beyonce tickets. Child, whew, must be nice, honey.
Little demonic honey bunkin. You little satanic honey bunkin. Because at this point, they're right. You're the devil. You're Satan.
Ooh.
You're demonic. I don't want to listen to your music. Farrah didn't deserve the way you treated her. Like, at this point, you're the mean girl. You're evil. You want to be white. You're bleaching your skin. Like, at this point, I'm about to start looking up everything bad about this lady. Because what do you mean? You gave us codes, right? And then you waited to the last minute to give me a code. So we're not even talking about how you sent that code on CP time. I'm gonna let that slide. But by the time you sent that code, I get on Ticketmaster and I'm trying to look. I get up on Ticketmaster. I logged in 45 minutes before. And then the next time I tried an hour before. Why are there still a gajillion people ahead of me? Why are there still 50 million, 50 trillion, 50 million, 50 11 ahead of me? We have a problem. I can tell you what the problem is. It's scarcity. Okay? I wasn't that great at econ, but I did pass the class. I got a C+. I can tell you it's scarcity. And it's unnecessary scarcity caused by you. Why are you only going to 9 cities? You little satanic honey bunkin? Why are you going to 9 cities? The problem is not us, it's you. Okay? So if I can't get a ticket by tomorrow, because I tried in 3 different cities today. 3 different cities. I really only wanted to go to one of them shows, but I tried 3 different cities. Same result, same outcome. At this point, I'm starting to sound psychotic because I'm getting the same result from the same thing over and over again. By the time click rolls, I have 3 different Ticketmaster accounts I'm using, y'all. 3. By the time I get to the end, this lady talking about try again tomorrow. I don't even have access. I have a credit card from every major company except for Citi. I don't like this. And some people could say I'm crashing out. I am crashing out. And I probably am crashing out because I'm an only child and I've never been told no. Like, if we really want to get into it, there are several reasons why I'm crashing out. But at this point, it's on site. It's not just on you. It's on that weird looking husband with them big old dreads that he bent should have cut off his hair. It's on your little girls. It's on the way that you want to be white, you blonding. Like, oh my God, it's on everything at this point. In fact, it's even including Miss Tina. It's including Miss Tina. It's on everything. It's on everything you love.
Not Miss Tina.
Okay, so if I can figure out a way to get these tickets by tomorrow, we're gonna have a problem. We're gonna have a serious problem.
No, I need American Beyhive to understand what just happened with Ticketmaster France. So Ticketmaster France gave us all a link with a code. You're supposed to click that
Again, it's happening overseas too.
link and then input the code and you get your ticket. Now, the link's working now, but originally when you clicked on it, and you put in your email address, it said your email wasn't attached to an account. Then after a while, it said, oh, get tickets during the general on sale. Baby, this is the artist pre-sale. And then it said that the URL is invalid. This all happened before the pre-sale even started, before 12 o'clock, and well into, I think, 30 minutes past the hour. Then after a while, they finally put something on their Twitter with a new link. That link, you still couldn't get access to all the VIPs. Now, shout out because I got my club hoedown ticket, but it was some very sketchy business. Ticketmaster France, never again. You have made an enemy out of the Beyhive.
Talk to me real quick before it's time for me to go to sleep. I'm just trying to figure out, should the hashtag be surviving Ticketmaster or should it be surviving Beyonce? Because I said I was gonna pay the price. Pay the price. And I was just like, I can't pay that price. Oh. Because if you need to get the kids some eggs, just call me. This is a $2,000 ticket with taxes because in America they play those games. So I'm just saying, like, if you needed the eggs, you could have called me. I could get you some eggs. I'm in Alabama, girl. $2,000
plus fees.
Now I said the price is the price. Did I pay the price? Did I survive Ticketmaster or Beyonce?
Ticketmaster, come here. Come close. What was that? I've never in my life experienced a pre-sale like this. Like, what happened? Like, honestly, quickly, we need answers. I received my pre-sale code last night, so I was super excited about it. This morning, I logged in at 11:30 to join the queue. Number 7,000 and something in line, which was perfect because for Renaissance, I was number like 15,000 something. So I'm like, okay, that's already halfway there from Renaissance. So it was me and two other friends. One other friend was in the queue as well, and she was number 18,000. So I was like, okay, this is perfect. And mind you, I'm using my laptop to do this, so I'm like, everything should be secure. I have my phone, I'm like texting pictures and stuff like that. So of course I'm watching it go 7,000, 6,000, 5,000, 4,000, etc. I get to you're next, you're number one. I'm like, perfect, this is it. Like, I'm texting everyone like, y'all, I'm about to get these tickets. Like, I know exactly where we're sitting. Like, everything's ready to go. It refreshes, it says the next pre-sale is in 24 hours. This is probably at like 12:15. I'm like, what? The next like, what is it talking about? So I'm like, yo, I think it just kicked me out. So I refresh, and then it puts me back in the queue, and then immediately says, oh, you're number one again. So I'm like, okay, maybe the system glitch. And that did happen to me during Renaissance, the system glitch. I got back to number one, and then the system went back to the same screen saying that the pre-sale is in another 24 hours. So I'm like, okay. I start freaking out. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should sign out. I don't know what to do. So I refreshed again. It did the same thing, put me to number one. Then it went back to the screen. So I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen to me? Let me just back all the way out, go back in. So I back out and go back in. It refreshes. It makes me redo like my phone number verification. And it puts me at number 78,000 in the queue. After I was number 7,000 and got to number one. Ticketmaster, I don't know what the servers were up to or like what people were supposed to do, but this happened to so many people where they reached the front of the queue and they got put back to the back of the queue. It makes no sense. Very long story short, my friend that was at 18,000 in the queue got all the way to the front and everything happened. We were able to get our tickets. Thank God I had someone else like working with me on this. Ticketmaster, y'all really need to like answer for like what the issue was. And I think the issue was my friend was using her phone, and I feel like most people that were using their phones were able to get through. If you were using a laptop, from what I've read, the laptops weren't working and they were restarting the system. Why didn't you tell us to download the phone app, Ticketmaster? That doesn't even make, like, if we needed to exclusively use the phone app, let us know. That's easy to do. I just feel bad that people now are gonna have to wait for like the Verizon pre-sale or the artist pre-sale or the general sale after Ticketmaster glitched, and they've said like nothing about it. And I feel like their system should have a record of the people that were like number one in line but got kicked out, and they should send them a special link to like in order for them to get tickets. Like that.
Okay, maybe I'm old. I don't do this. I don't get it. I'm learning a lot. Usually if I so happen to want to go to a concert, I just go online and buy my ticket. All this pre-sale, I'm the biggest fan that you've seen thus far. I don't have time. Like, I'm getting anxiety listening to his story. I couldn't imagine waiting for hours. I'm, person number 7,800. Then you get up there and it's a glitch. I don't have time for this. Like, I mean, my heart was beating listening to this story. What in the world is going on? This is how we buy tickets nowadays? Maybe I'm just old, but I remember people walking up to the stadium or the venue and paying for their ticket in cash. Like, here goes, $50, you get your ticket, for that day in the future. And then you come back on said date, you enjoy the show, have a good time, rah, rah, sis, boom, bah, take your ass home, talk about it the next day at school to all your friends. Like, oh my gosh. The way that people have to buy tickets nowadays are just insane. The pre-sales and all this nonsense. Just make the tickets available. Just open them up and allow people to buy them. Like, this is just too much. That's why they're able to price gouge and play on people's emotions.
The type of shit I'm on, you wouldn't understand.
This is what it said when we first logged in, that the pricing would be from $105 to $4,000. Of course, babe, I'm not paying no damn $4,000. But where was the $105? Is the $105 going to be the price that we see when it's released to the public? Is the $105 during the Verizon pre-sale? Is the $105 during City pre-sale? Is the $105 going to be later on when everybody sleep? Because that's what should be the nosebleeds. $500 should not be the nosebleeds. Okay? I should not be paying more than $100 to sit in the sky with Jesus. I'm confusion. So yeah,
not confusion.
This is what the pricing supposed to have been. So whoever is behind the wall at Ticketmaster, Live Nation, messing with the numbers right now, I'm gonna need them to revert it back to what the fuck is supposed to have been, which was these right here. Thank you.
The tickets was not even that expensive for y'all to be complaining like this online. Just kidding, y'all. That's rage bait, because when I tell y'all, I was so shocked by the Ticketmaster price.
I was about to say, he must be rich. Because even I'm complaining. And I was not nobody's cue to buy not nan ticket, and I'm disgusted by these prices. So I'm glad he admitted to rage baiting.
Process yesterday trying to get these Beyonce tickets. I would select a ticket and be so confident that I got it. And as soon as I went to go press purchase, it was gone. It was a very, very abusive process. I think that I might have to go to therapy after this one, because getting concert tickets should not be this difficult and this expensive, y'all. Like, I do pretty well in life, and I was looking at those prices like, you want me to pay $450 a pop to be in the 200 section? Like, what is going on?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't remember Renaissance being like this at all. And mind you, it is a couple years later. There's some inflation going on. But I'm just like, I thought that people, I think we deserve a discount at some point, Hive. Because to be consistently paying these prices is just insane. But you know what? She's worth it. We know that we're going to love it. I know that I'm going to be in ATL at the finale show, living my best life floating on the cloud. That's all I can tell you. But will the cloud be my home? Absolutely.
The funniest part to me about the Cowboy Carter ticket situation is that the whole group chat agreed on a budget, and as soon as we got in there were no more conversations about the budget. There were no more thoughts about the budget. We paid the price. I saw a TikTok that said, like, what are you willing to pay for Beyonce tickets? And they said, I'm willing to pay the price. That we were willing to pay the price, and we paid the price. I did the best I could by even setting a budget, honestly.
All right, so you guys just watch all the videos from the Beyhive members. So I think there's a lot of ways to dissect this. Like the last girl said, they initially set a budget, but once they seen that the ticket prices were not in their budget, they still went ahead and purchased the tickets. Well, that's not how you see change. When the prices are above your pay grade, you don't buy them. And when you don't buy them, that forces Beyonce and Ticketmaster to say, well, damn, maybe we're doing too much. Maybe it's too high. Maybe we should lower the price. But if people are going to just buy them anyways, they're not going to do that. You're going to have the same situation over and over again. These same folks were complaining during the Renaissance tour how expensive those tickets were. And guess what? They did the same thing, even worse with Cowboy Carter tickets. So the whole situation is insane. I think that Beyonce, Ticketmaster, and StubHub, Verizon, all of these conglomerates, okay, that are involved with the whole Cowboy Carter ticket sale. One, they are playing on FOMO, the fear of missing out. Social media, TikTok, all that stuff plays on FOMO. And then it's also like a sense of, you know, I'm their biggest fan / stan. You're not a big fan if you don't sit on the floor seats and stuff like that. My thing is, regardless, I get it. If you're on the floor, you're a bit closer. It's a different experience. You're there closer to like the, you know, the music, and you get to see Beyonce even closer. But honestly, all y'all are in the same stadium. The people in the nosebleeds are still going to be able to see and hear Beyonce. Now, the people who bought tickets behind the damn jumbo screen, y'all are just goofy. I'm not going to buy a ticket for something I can't see. That doesn't make any sense to me. But people actually bought those tickets too, okay? You know, am I going to this concert? I don't know. I didn't go to Renaissance. I did go to the Jay-Z and Beyonce on the Run concert, and that was nice. It was good. We got good price tickets. We were pretty close. I had a good time. You know, it was at the US Bank Stadium. Everybody had a good time, good energy, no complaints. Beyonce definitely puts on a show. I didn't get to go to the Renaissance concert when she came here to the Twin Cities. I don't think she's coming to the Twin Cities with Cowboy Carter. So if I do go, I'd have to either go down to Texas or go down to Atlanta. But from what y'all are saying, everything's sold out, so most likely I probably won't be going. But to those of y'all who got tickets, y'all must be God's favorites, because I don't know what else to say, you know what I'm saying? But the pricing to me is ridiculous. I miss the days when you could go and support your favorite artist and you didn't have to break your bank. You didn't have to choose between groceries, paying rent, or going to go see Beyonce or Taylor Swift or whoever else. It's insane. You know, even with Kendrick Lamar, his tickets were, you know, they weren't cheap either, okay? They're kind of spendy as well. So again, Ticketmaster, StubHub, Beyonce, all these folks taking advantage of people because they know that FOMO is real and they really want to support their favorite artists. Count your days.
Count your fucking days, bitch.
So with that being said, tea sippers, I look forward to your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about all this Beyonce, Ticketmaster, StubHub drama. Did you get a pair of tickets to go see Cowboy Carter? Did you face these issues that a lot of these people were facing? Getting removed out the queue, the site crashing? And then how do you guys feel about Beyonce pricing these tickets super high for the Beyhive, but then the city folks, they got the tickets a little bit cheaper? So let me know your thoughts on this entire situation in general. I look forward to reading them. Feel free to share the video. Make sure you guys like the video, and I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.